And yeah, we'll get a quick recap. Start it off. You guys recall what happened.
Whew. Whew. Whew.
Um,
So I wanted to pump this guy for information, if you know what I mean.
yep.
Then he just whips his dagger out, and I am not about that. So I call for some backup because this is a pretty big dagger.
You did get
And I see if I was
penetrated.
near- Mhm.
Unfortunate. I put the guy in
I think he's this guy.
middle.
No, it's not. It's this guy
Rama, you fuck.
because I came to your rescue, and then as this guy was trying to get away, I shot the shit out of him right before we had to end last time, and all of his buddies saw and now they're angry.
Naturally.
Right.
Like I dropped him to his knees.
I think you and Dugan were just trying to get them drunk. And then,
Yes.
there was a little sideshow that happened there.
Trying to get them drunk, trying to get a little bit of information out of them, and then it turned
Backfired.
out.
Well, we can hop, skip, and jump back to how that all started. You guys actually were in the woods trying to retrieve the horse at the beginning of the last chapter.
Yep.
So nobody really wanted to follow the horse because the woods scared them. Fair enough.
Yeah, I tried,
like a
but I
glimpse
failed
of
like
the
multiple
spider
times,
webs.
so I gave up.
But cool. I don't know if anyone caught what I just said, but perfect.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, I thought I retrieved the horse.
We did eventually
you-
retrieve the horse, yeah.
But if you guys missed what I said, that's probably better.
Okay.
Anyways.
Just
Yeah,
gonna
and then you
rewind
guys got to
stream.
Daggerford, and you had some rest, and you spied on people.
We tried.
Little cloak and dagger. And
I did call Xavius a little baby and then retrieve the horse, right? That was my recollection.
retrieve horse. That's all I wrote is retrieve horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I ended up riding it out with the help of Dugan to soothe the animal.
Yeah. Not like I had any treasure written down or anything.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, and
Anyways.
then Avola and I tried to spy on the cultists in the market because seemed to be growing ranks, but we couldn't
Oh,
get any
yeah!
information out of it.
They spotted us. We were terrible.
Yeah, we failed, so we returned.
I mean, you guys didn't have like a full baked plan. You're just
No.
like, hey, there they are. Let's scope them out.
Yeah, we don't.
For that, it went pretty well. Like you guys got around. I remember you got like 3 out of the 4 stages close to them.
Yeah.
So close.
We did.
That.
So close.
Anyways, and then we reached here. The guy started like eyeing Dugan while you guys were in the caravan. And that's kind of what led us here.
Did I already tell him to didn't we diffuse this?
Yeah.
No.
Didn't I
so I
go
think-
over and tell him to put his swords down, and he did?
So he did, and then Evola shocked him anyways.
Yeah.
Because he was
so,
trying to run away and not face justice.
so he's hurt. Guess I gotta give him a stat block now.
Yeah.
And then his guys are coming up, and they yelled for you guys to like lay off him because they're just like stop whatever the hell's going on, and then they see Ebola just attack him. I don't know. Actually, I think they yelled afterwards, but still, all they really see is Ebola attacking their guy as he like puts his weapons down.
Yeah.
This is his buddy that was kind of like nearby. And so I
Is that
think
the
we
one
left
that
off-
Avola was seducing?
Yeah. Where is Ebola? I don't know if I dragged her token.
Yeah,
Oh,
Avola's up in the mess.
Okay. And so I
I-
think
Yes.
Xavius was saying like, look at this bitch's wound. Clearly, this is like,
Something's up.
yeah, more to this. So you want to take it away from there?
Yeah, so I think we just popped up and be like, they were accusing, and I pointed out the wound, and beyond that, like, what's happening? I don't.
Right, so this guy,
What has the
like the main
initiative right
dude,
now?
he's like dropped his weapons, and now he's like turning and scowling towards Ebola.
The one
And
who
his
got
buddy,
shocked.
like, kind of, yeah, grabs him and like pulls him back, as like the captain comes with most of his men or some of his men. So they're like on the move upwards. So this guy's kind of being held back by this guy.
I'd like to do something.
Of course.
I'd like to ask it's like a quick question is we're not currently fighting it, right?
No. No
Okay.
combat.
So then I'd like to cast Charm Person on the assassin.
Ooh. They're gonna see
Who-
you
the guy who
casting a
attacked you?
spell, eh? That's an obvious thing.
Yeah, the guy that attacked me.
Like they're all gonna see you do the somatic gestures that you need to do for that.
Yeah, so you begin to like start casting and then you hear them all like yelling like, "Hey, stop!"
Shinon, this might be your first
I'm
real
gonna-
test as a leader here.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell and just say everybody like calm down.
Alright, Dugan, how do you react to that?
I guess I'd stop casting.
Okay.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Alright, so like as you like start to calm down and this guy like kind of fans out towards you. These people are like looking at you. They don't have their like
Seven.
weapons drawn yet, but they're like holding their
I'm
blades.
gonna,
and
I'm gonna
they're-
lift my hands and be like, I was just trying to close my wounds because this crazy guy stabbed me.
So this guy like comes up here and he basically like pushes Evola back.
I'm gonna ask the commander
fight
why
back.
his people are attacking other members of the caravan.
He like turns
Can
to
I-
you. He's like, from what I've seen, you were attacking my members.
Well, you must be blind, bitch.
I'm
You?
gonna point out the bleeding person.
Wait, did he address Shinnon as the attacker?
No, he just went over and pushed Evola like away
Can
from
I
us.
not resist this push?
Yeah, you can.
I want
It
to.
wasn't really like much of anything. It was more just kind of like he just bumped it up near you. Sorry, I shouldn't be like he shoved you or anything, but he's like,
Bitch.
like, don't you fucking attack my men.
Well, your men shouldn't attack my people.
Oh shit. They don't know we're together. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna point out the bleeding person and say it's pretty obvious who's been attacked here.
So like at that, he's like, kind of like scoffs. He's like, we don't know the situation.
Yes,
that woman
we
could be
do.
lying. He like turns back. You
Hey.
see him like getting angry.
Pull out your
Like
dagger.
to-
Let's see
Like-
whose has blood on it. So I'd like to lift my dagger and be like, as you can see, this is pretty clean. And I just stare him down.
This guy
Oh.
also has like electricity like shocked through him. Hair is probably singed and shit.
Yeah.
I'd like to have my like wolf snarl at this guy and say this isn't like funny.
This
This isn't
is
something to like joke about.
So at
that
like
an
your wolf style,
intimidation?
he like steps back.
Yeah.
You can roll for intimidation. Yeah, we can. Get skill checks in here. See how effective it actually is.
Ah!
What is intimidation font?
it's a charisma.
It's fall under charisma. Yeah.
It's so sad that a wolf is -2 on intimidation.
Well, it's your
It's
intimidation
pretty intimidating.
aided by the wolf, I would say. You're the
Yeah.
one saying the words.
Yeah.
The wolf is your weapon.
So if you aren't intimidating, the wolf can't really back you too much. Like, the
Fair.
wolf has stuff his own stat blocks as well.
He does. That's why I said that.
Oh, fair, yeah.
But I feel like I should have picked efficiency or something for
you
him, but I didn't.
If you have a soldier background, you'd have
Ooh,
maybe
I do
intimidation.
I have plus on intimidation. That's yeah, assuming
Yeah, I think
2 and charisma is 1, so that is plus. This game.
Uh-oh. That was a 4.
Oh, okay. So
Apparently
he
my-
kind of like scoffs at you and the wolf. And he's like, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but what I saw is her attacking one of my men.
We
And
can make
so-
another one if you
Oh,
want.
At last, he kind of like puts his hand to his blade. He's like, are you threatening me?
You're in the
I'm
process of
commanding
threatening
you
us,
to
asshole.
calm down.
And so at that, you're gonna hear like a voice being like, "Hey, what the hell's going on here?" And Acne and like Eldaria become over with the pole.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, I didn't actually see anything either, so I'm just going by what I seen.
Here we
Seen
go.
No,
one
that's fair. You guys
bleeding.
can.
They still haven't shown the dagger.
Yeah, Show us
Fair
the
enough.
dagger.
So yeah, you guys can bring the dagger over to the situation if you and do.
He dropped it, right?
Oh, I guess
So
it's
if I
like
pick
your
it up, do I see
Dagger.
blood on it? There's obvious
dagger
blood
is-
on it.
There is blood on it.
Yeah.
Like the situation is pretty obvious that like somebody was slashed.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
This guy's
Dugan.
only really mad about the Ebola attack part.
Yes, because they're bitches. Fuck them.
People don't take kindly to being called bitches.
And so at that, Acne's gonna be like, "What the hell's going on here?" And he's like gonna come up around Calyx. He's be like, "Somebody explain this to me."
Am I
Going
even
to-
there? I didn't think I followed them.
Oh, you are there, but if you weren't,
You
then I
eventually
don't know
made your
why
way
I brought
there.
a token in.
Yeah, I don't. I
Well-
thought they were on their own stealth mission.
I mean, there was a scream.
Because
I
the
thought you
scream
came when I
and we
screamed.
reacted.
Yeah,
You can come with a larger group if you want, I guess, right?
yeah. I mean, he could be with the merchants like coming now, so we'll put him back here in proximity, but not in.
Well, I'll show him the dagger and say it seems like Vola or Dugan was attacked, and
Dugan.
Vola went to defend him. From what I've seen,
Her.
All right, so give me a persuasion with advantage.
Who's Dugan's caravan person?
It was Eldor, but then I think he just got hired by the new guy.
Yeah, it's got
He
hired
just
by
put a new
the
person
guy.
in.
Is the new
Yeah.
guy here?
Acme's mine.
I don't know if I brought his token.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
gonna
one.
say no at the moment because I don't have his token on the map, but he's nearby.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one who might have the most interest in Dugan being slashed.
That's true.
But if he's not here, he's not here.
I'll go find his
Deal with
token.
Acme.
Where'd I put it? Oh, did you guys roll? I apologize.
yeah, I rolled a 16.
Excellent. Okay. So the Acme like looks at the situation, like looks at the blood of the ground, and then like looks at like the captain. He's like, "Oi, you guys have been nothing but trouble this entire caravan." Girl. He like looks over at Ebola. Mage girl, lady. They make a move, blow them to smithereens.
Holy shit!
So I'm gonna turn to them, give them a wicked grin, and kind of be like, "Yes, sir," and kind of, play with my fireball. Fucking bring it, asshole!
So I'm gonna say what? Is there no penalty for infighting in this caravan?
Of course there is. We'll have to convene all the merchants. He turns to the commander, and he said his name. I haven't given him a name to you guys yet, but his name's Craven.
Craven!
You're welcome to join,
Fuck that guy.
Craven
Uh,
the Hunter.
because he's
So-
technically the leader of his caravan, or like a merchant technically in their eyes.
So I'll say, if you'd like, I could come with you and tell you what happened.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just gonna get closer to over here.
And so like
Jeez.
yeah, he's like, you guys know the rules. Like there's can't fight amongst the caravan. There's no violence amongst us. The rules are severe. Or no, I had a more eloquent way to say this, but now I'm getting tired. So drink this tea, and we're going to go over here. So yeah, Avola, keep an eye on them.
I'm gonna recommend detaining the person who stabbed Dugan.
And he's like, oh,
Question.
yeah, he's like flustered, and so like that skipped his mind. So he's like, yes, good, detain him. Don't allow him to talk to anyone without supervision.
How's the commander reacting to Acrone taking charge here?
Who, me?
No, I mean the
No,
Craven.
the guy whose name we just learned, Craven.
Okay, yeah, the cultist captain.
Damn.
And so he kind of like scoffs at that, but then he looks at Avola and he knows that she's serious and will blow them up because he sees like the eager look. And
This is right kind of crazy.
so he takes the word seriously and kind of like looks back at his men. He's like, everybody step back until we sort this out. Because he kind of like saw the Shinon's explanation with the knife and like he's taken aback as to why this is even happening as well. Like he didn't order his man to attack.
True.
So you kind of see like his expression soften a bit as the explanation came, and he's like, "Wait, what the hell is going on?" And so he's on board with like figuring this out.
Ooh.
And so like him and Acrony and El Del Rey has been kind of like nearby.
All right. I relax the grip on my hilt. Whew. Okay.
And so he'll turn to Shinan and be like, "All right, then detain him until we figure out what to do. We'll have to come up with a punishment and sort this all out." He's like, "Oh," kind of like turns and like leaves you to that.
Okay. I don't really know how to detain a person other than tie him up with a rope that I have. Do I have any like other things like chains? Do we have
Like
that
what,
in the
sorry?
caravan? Or like caged him in for now? Or do we just have to tie him up and drag him around?
Yeah, no particular cage at the moment, but you see him like kind of like being stared at by your wolf, and so like at that he's gonna like stand up,
Yeah, my 4 intimidation wolf.
and his like buddy is gonna step back off him, and then you can kind of see him like looking around. It's like
I'm
nobody's holding him.
gonna just like check if he has any weapons on him. Any more weapons, and I'm gonna take them from him.
All right, he resists and tries to run.
What?
And
Okay.
nobody's holding him.
I'm gonna get my wolf
Oh, I thought he was in the.
to
He's going to try to
So
run.
I'll let you guys react to that. He hasn't really like explained himself or done anything, and you guys can question him and whatever, but his guys aren't gonna detain him.
Okay, if he's running, I'm just gonna cast hold
So-
person on him.
That's exactly what I was gonna do. Thank you, Troy. Save
I
my
just been
spell slot.
perfect. I just been standing beside Shannon, just like watching the situation this whole time. And if he's like running from Shannon, I'm just gonna reach my hand out and
have I seen Troy done
stomp
that
him.
yet? Cast hold person on somebody?
I don't
Uh,
think so.
Well, anyways.
So that would be.
I was just gonna order you to do it so it doesn't look like an attack.
Oh, okay. Stop him!
All right, so it's a spell save on his end.
Yeah, that is a wisdom saving throw.
Fair enough. Okay. Get some stat blocks out.
That's a verbal somatic material. So that is like. Oof. 15. Spell attack DC is. What is 8 plus 6? 14. I think that means he resists it.
Can I burn him? Cause he's running. I want to hit him.
You were given that inspection.
I was.
Spell save is shit.
Wasn't that towards the other people? Or was it to him?
It was towards the other
You said
people.
stupid thing.
I assumed
Oh.
one of you guys would, you know,
I
hold him
can-
and tie him up.
Yeah, I can get my wolf to restrain him.
All right, then I won't
Yeah.
blow him to the rings, but I'll like pretend that I'm going to.
Like he's kind of just like gathering his wits, and then he kind of runs off. So anybody could really take a reaction on him. And then it's
Can
just,
I-
like,
can I
really
try to
combat
intimidate
oriented.
Stop running and come back here.
Pardon me.
Like
Threaten
yell.
him? Yeah.
If he doesn't, then I'll blow him to smithereens.
Sounds like a
Roll
good
an
intimidation.
intimidation.
Fuck.
All right. So he kind of slides to a stop, and like spins back around, and glares at you, because he's wounded by you. So you didn't really need to do much.
So I'm gonna be like, "Do you want another shock? No. Get back here right now." I swear to
Alright,
God, I
well,
will
if he
shock
stops, I'm gonna tie him up.
All right.
Whatever one he is with rope. Tie his legs too, so he can't.
Okay. It'll be this pink guy. Alright. And so we'll bring him back to over here by the caravan a little bit. Move everybody closer. Move these guys over to one side.
Ellie, stop being gross.
You guys can move around freely. As like the council, or as the well, I shouldn't say council, but I should get more important tokens. But imagine that more of the merchants are kind of gathered and talking about the situation here.
I'm gonna kind of just step closer to the other guys and like stare them down, be like, if any of you move, I'm gonna blow you up. Sort of fuck. Give me an excuse, bitch. Come
You
on.
can see one of the guys like moving up, and he's like, "Why did you attack him, or attack her?" And like the guy's just like shakes his head, and he like looks over at Avola, and he just like looks back, and he's like shakes his head again.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, why don't you answer that? Or do you like being shocked? Because I like shocking people who don't answer questions.
It's like, I know my duty. It just kind of like looks back at his like people and ignores your comments.
I want to privately to Shinon. I want to mention that if we can't get anything out of him through interrogation, I could try to read his mind, but his friends probably wouldn't like that.
Is there any way you could do it and not be known?
If there's anybody watching, I think it would be pretty.
I mean, right now we kind of have leverage over them. They kind of fucked up, so.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I know that just because he's in their group, they're probably going to resist any sort of interrogation anyways because of the other things that he knows. I don't think the cultist commander would want him divulging secrets about their cult, because they're still. We don't technically know that. Although that detect thoughts, I think I don't have that actually prepared, so that would have to be maybe a tomorrow thing if we're still doing this tomorrow. Shit.
I mean, he's been detained. He doesn't have to go back right away.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
won't be seen as attacked somebody, pretty sure.
Yeah, so if we can't get him to give up any information, and we have him overnight or something, and I can get him privately, we might be able to get to the bottom of this. It's really unnerving that the Commander Craven just like disavowed him like that. It's like, is this guy actually not acting on their interests?
Do you have other guards?
Like the poll is here, and I
Yeah,
put in one
yeah,
other
guards.
guard that joined the crew, but she doesn't have a token or anything somewhere.
I was just gonna say that I would like this prisoner to just be on like 24-hour watch, like not to be left alone.
That's fair. I mean, you guys are most of the guards.
Oh.
Like Avola, Dugan, you, Xavius, and Calix, plus the Pole and Lida are like a good chunk of the guards.
When you that just sounds like you're saying my name wrong.
Well, I'm
Lida.
gonna vote that Calix watch this man. If that's okay with Calix.
That
I mean, it's not
vigilant-
going to be a super long time. Like this
Yeah.
whole
I just don't
period.
want him being killed before we question.
That's fair. Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
That has happened before. Ooh,
Yeah.
to Calix's
Yeah.
friend.
It's a good point.
These guys
Alex
are
doesn't
like
trust
rolling around.
the words of Ebola, Dugan, or the cultists, so he's remaining neutral. He will stay watch.
Do you not trust the words of Shinon?
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't
that's
know
why I asked
Shinon.
him to guard.
I'll stand
They're
watch,
watching.
but that's about it.
Oh boy.
A couple more of the cultists have like mulled over, and they're like standing in this area. I'll get more additional people in here. I'm gonna get
Mhm.
Dugan's guy, and guess that's not super important right now.
I'll bring the dude over to my caravan person. Chat with him.
Eldor.
Yeah, that's the guy.
I'm just gonna
The
say,
lawyer.
yeah, watch him. I don't trust these cultists.
Are we chaining this guy to like an area and like using that as a brig? Like, how are we holding this guy? Or are we just marching him around?
I mean, he's tied up right now. I don't think we have any chains.
I mean, we can like tie him to a wagon or something.
He's tied to wherever Calix is watching.
Okay. Perfect.
Over at the lawyer.
How
Get a
appropriate.
lawyer to intimidate him. question him.
Uh,
Oh boy. So, guess I want to. Where's the Delry at?
She's in the above you, talking with the other merchants.
Okay, they're currently talking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'd be curious to know what the next steps to this whole process are, but that's sort of out of our hands at this point.
I mean, you've seen somebody get punished on this caravan before.
Oh,
I mean, not by this caravan in particular, but you've seen the justice that's dealt out on caravan trips.
what happened?
I don't know if you recall the man who was buried up to his head.
Oh, that one. Oh yeah. He's still
Oh, yeah,
hanging
that's-
out around here somewhere, isn't he?
He is, yeah,
Trying to keep a low profile, I imagine.
pretty much.
Um,
I kind of forgot about
So-
him, but
did they
remember.
want my testimony? Sorry.
yeah, you might as well.
Okay.
Actually, they'll come to you guys. So after you guys have been talking for a bit, unless you want to take action in like the 15 minutes that they've been talking.
No action beyond
I
the
don't. You
conversation.
guys are okay just holding this guy in place?
I think Calix has him
Pardon me?
right now,
Okay, good.
so we should
If
be.
Calix agreed to that.
Yeah, Calix said he brought him over to his lawyer, man.
Yeah, I've got the dude over at the lair, man.
Oh, okay, so we're all more in like the central area.
That's-
Okay.
That's where.
Oh, Calix is
watching
over
him.
here.
I want to keep Tobias with an eye on him, just like perching on a wagon, just to make sure the cultists don't make any moves on him.
Alrighty. So I
Okay.
find Tobias's token.
Do we recognize this as a cultist that's been with us like the whole trip?
That's a good
No, he's
question.
new
Yeah.
as of the last city.
Just last week.
We recognize that he
Recognize
was
him
a new
as a
cult.
cultist.
The assassin that tried to attack me. We recognized him as a new cultist, and he just joined the caravan. Correct? That was my recollection.
Let me look. Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right.
Okay. And that's why I wanted to get information from him, because he was a new cultist, and the old cultists seemed much less interested.
Yeah, we were very curious about why there's new cultists.
Here's Tobias.
So many of them. Thank you.
No problem. Get you control over him.
I just want to tell Tobias to let me know if other cultists make it within like 10 feet of him.
So, do you guys want to take action? I guess. Yeah, we said that the
Yeah, the
Yeah,
merchants are talking to us.
I'm gonna crash this turn order. Nobody worry about that. Oh, is that open? But... Okay, so the merchants come over, and so they're like, "We need like an accounting of what happened." So we're gonna hear both sides. And
Okay.
so like, we'll hear from Dugan first. And so like,
Merchants, you know me. I've been a good and loyal guard the entire length of this journey. I did what I could to protect us from those horrible birds. I walked with you through the fields of mushrooms, fields of dead. Heck, I even was with us when the assassins kicked all of those nice out of the inn that we stumbled across. In all of this time, I've been going around, getting to know everyone, sharing a drink with anyone that would share them with me.
that's
A new
Okay.
member to our caravan, who you can see right here. He's giving me all sorts of looks. How could I not want to get to know him? What an interesting fellow. So of course I try to share a drink with him, just as I do everyone else. Now, I was drinking with him and with his companions when he suggests that we go for a walk to look at the stars. I love looking at the stars. It's one of my favorite pastimes. How can you not? Look at how beautiful of a night it is tonight. And I point up at the cloudless night. Yeah, we could get chatting about how beautiful of a night it is. We look at that star right there. That's the one he was pointing at. when he pulled out his dagger
Is
right in the side.
that a euphemism?
No, this monster pulled his dagger.
Alright, roll persuasion with advantage. Kind of lost you there at the end, but we'll see how they react to this.
We should
Okay.
bring him to the nearest city and put him into a stockade.
No, get off.
You can see Acme and El Del Rey like nodding their heads, and like the newer merchant, he's kind of like on the fence. He doesn't really know what the situation is, but he supports you as his guard. So he's nodding, but less easily, or a little bit less in step than with the others. You can see even like the captain is like, "Pfft." It's like, we'll see what my man has to say. And so like they'll go and ask him now. And like you can see his like story is kind of like edgy as they like come up and ask him. He's like he's like irritated that he has to like give details essentially. But you can see him kind of like trying to like think about it now. Cuz he's clearly been thinking about other things as he's been detained. He's like, she tried to steal from me. She's a little thief. Tried to get me drunk, and then she tried to steal my wallet.
That's a bunch
Really?
of baloney.
That's what you're gonna go with?
Yeah. She went for my purse, and then I attacked her. It was in my right to defend myself.
So I'd like to say, if I went for your purse, I'd probably have it. But my hand.
And so, like, you can see, like, the merchants aren't truly buying his story overly. And so, see them kind of like talking about it, and then they're like, all right, we're going to have to deliberate regarding the sides if you're not going to give us more details. And so, like, if you guys want to do more. But essentially, they're just not buying his story.
I'm just gonna show the jury the bloody knife and say it seems pretty obvious to me what happened, but it's up to you guys.
I'm still ready to flame
I
him.
wasn't there. I just see the evidence laid before me.
Fair enough. So, I mean, if you guys are just letting it all play out, essentially the merchants are siding with Dugan.
Yeah, Dugan had a great
And
speech,
now
and
they're
luckily
going to-
hasn't stolen anything yet, so there's no precedent.
And then they're going to deliberate on repercussions against the cultist. They don't know he's a cultist, so I shouldn't say that, but against the attacker. And so, I guess, not too long later, like 30 minutes later, they return. And so, like, everybody's kind of, like, still on edge, and the cultist is being held by the dog here. And so, like, the firelight's crackling, and so the merchants return, and they roll up, and they're like, all right, so we've decided that the cultist will be severely
No.
punished. Or, yeah, that... Sorry, getting a little bit too into it there. Anyways, yeah, lost
Severely
myself.
punished.
And so the punishment that they'll mete out for attacking a member of the caravan will be buried and left behind, and to the mercy of the wilds.
Oh.
So they're gonna start digging the hole now, and they're gonna leave him there at dawn when they pack up the caravan.
Is that harsh enough? We don't even know why he attacked this woman.
And he refuses to divulge more information than she tried to steal from him. So like,
But-
you guys can try interrogation tactics. Like, Shinon is well within his right to like do things. He's like the captain of this. Maybe I should have been more clear about this.
Yeah, I'm...
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'd like to question this man.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, you don't really have to like ask anyone. These guys are pretty distracted. Like,
I'm all
unless you're literally torturing him, you can just do what you want. Your dog's
Yeah.
basically holding him there.
As an aside,
isn't-
I'm also really concerned that if we just bury him, like, what's stopping the rest of this crew from just like waiting behind and retrieving him? Like, I don't think that's a good punishment.
I mean, in their minds, the rules of the road are you don't help people like that.
Yeah, but we won't help them, but Commander Craven probably will. He was like, I'm not saying this to the merchants, more to
I
like
know.
our group, but like he's just gonna be a loose end that they're either going to retrieve and find out themselves or just kill.
But he doesn't. They're not aware of that.
Yeah, they're not aware of that. I'm just kind of like saying that to like Calyx and Shinnon because they're right beside me, being like, I don't think this is going to be good for us. Unless
So
we
you guys
get
can
what
talk
we need to get out of
amongst
them.
yourselves. Do whatever you like. You guys have free reign over like the situation here.
Okay.
The
Well, I'm
cultist
just gonna
is
say
more,
that like
mulling
I'm
around.
gonna question him alone with Xavius.
Fair enough.
Alright.
I mean, there's not like a really super alone area. If you try to drag him out of the camp, they might protest.
They would. Can
Like,
we
they're
at least
still
bring him
watching
out of
us.
earshot?
Yeah.
I'm really curious how they would react at that point. Cause like
So
they haven't spoken up about the being buried thing, right? Like Commander Craven, like how did he react to that judgment?
he was pretty confused at the reaction of his man saying that he would attack somebody for trying to steal. And so he's on board with punishing him to the fullest extent of the caravan allows so that he can continue the trip.
Really?
It seems
Oh.
like he's just like, you know what? I don't know why this guy did that. Fuck him. He shouldn't have done that. Let's move on.
Interesting. So as far as we can tell, yeah, he doesn't seem like he's gonna react differently to it at all. All right, well then maybe they don't care about this guy anymore. Let's just drag him off. Let's just drag him
Yeah,
off and question
well,
him, see how they
yeah.
react.
Just gonna bring him out of earshot of people.
But like you said, perhaps Craven is okay with that punishment because he knows.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Anyways.
He knows he can clean it up easily. That's like leaving. It's like leaving him in a room and just like walking away. It's like, of course, someone's gonna unlock the door once we go.
Yeah, like all
There's
the other
too many
merchants have
cultists
like
to keep track of.
yeah, all the other merchants have like one or two fighting men that they're paying all the time. Like the cultists came with like basically the same amount of people, but they're all fighting.
Yeah.
Whereas like everybody else had like roadies and teamsters and shit.
And this is a
Okay.
good opportunity to actually get one of these guys alone because now normally they're very resistant to us talking to them, but now, we have every right to question this guy. The other merchants will back us up. So let's make sure he can't, nobody else can hear.
I mean,
We'll see
maybe
how they
none of this will
react.
come to pass, but essentially you guys are in charge here for this evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I have
I'm
a plan.
saying you could probably pull him around to the other side of the wagon.
Yeah.
I would like to talk to Xavius about my plan.
Okay.
Okay, so Xavius, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this mirror to make a copy of me that will walk with the caravan. Then the real me will be disguised as a cultist. Walk back towards the hole sticking out of the dirt as sneakily as I can, and then I will just finish off this assassin. He will not be a problem for us in the future.
So you can see like a few of the cultists kind of like mulling in this area, so they can kind of like see him a little bit.
I'm less worried about killing one trooper than losing a font of information.
This one
don't know what
trooper
this guy
seems
is.
to know who we are.
Well, he only reacted to you. We don't know why that is. We need to find out why that is. But also, if you go with your real body back alone to this dude buried up. What's to say there's not going to be a group of cultists back there trying to do the same thing and they outnumber you?
Risk I have to take.
Let's see what we can learn first. I don't like the idea of just killing a prisoner like that.
Let's go see what this guy knows. I'm gonna bring Troy and talk to this guy.
Okay, I'm not gonna go close to him because I'm gonna look like I'm still scared and upset. I'm gonna go sit by the fire with a drink, just shaking my head, looking like I'm trying to get a wrap on everything.
Yeah, cauterize the wound a bit.
Just like, oh goodness.
All right, so we got him. How you gonna play this, Kirk?
I'm gonna ask him if he has anything to say before we interrogate him.
A little bit of good cop, bad cop.
Not to the likes of you.
The likes of you. Will you not respect our commander's authority here? What's going on?
Kind of just laughs at the idea of him being the commander.
Really?
I'm gonna motion to you to go behind him
To go behind him?
and read
Wait, and what? Sorry.
his mind.
Oh no, I mean, I don't have the spell prepared right now.
Should've.
Unfortunately. I should have, but that's like
What the
every
fuck?
long rest thing. If we sleep on it, I could totally do this, but for now we're stuck to conventional methods.
Well, then maybe the question.
Start digging a hole.
He could always have you like hang back and
Yeah,
get his information while he's in the hole.
we could, but I don't know if Delry or whoever's merchant would really like want us to leave the caravan while it's moving. We'd be missed. Like
Fair
when did they mean to leave him in that hole? Is that like in the morning?
Yeah, people are already digging it.
Okay, but like it's like night. We're gonna like sleep here, and then we're going
Yeah.
to do it in the morning. We're gonna leave in the morning.
Yeah, and then when
Okay.
we leave him, he'll go in the hole, and then we leave.
So regardless of
And
this interrogation here, we'll at least have that chance before the caravan picks off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see what we can.
I'm gonna ask him if this information he's withholding is worth dying over, and
And what?
Kind of like looks
and
and at you, and he's like, "Pfft, it would have to be.
Like, what is your issue with Dugan? Why did you single her out like that?
Why would I tell you?
I'm gonna be back in like 5 minutes.
I feel like I'm making this guy sound too smart. Like, why would I tell you? There we
that's
go.
Nick's dumb voice.
Yeah.
Slightly
Why would I tell
deeper.
you?
Why would I tell you, man?
Yeah.
You don't know anything, Adrian.
a little bit
You
of
don't even know
Stallone.
me, man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he'll be a Stallone.
That's
Perfect.
funny.
Yeah. I don't even know.
It's a fighter.
Yeah. But yeah, he refuses to answer, and he's
Well,
weird about it.
Well, your apparent commander seems to have disavowed you, and I'd like to think that we're trying to give you the better end of the deal right now. We haven't taken any action against you. We're just trying to see why. And it was very clear you were lying back there. And I want to try to persuade him that, like, it's okay. But I'm not very persuasive.
So yeah, he just kind of scowls like, "Pff, I don't have to tell you anything, man.
So you're just fine with dying in a hole tomorrow?
I'm doing my duty.
Your duty? Your duty
That's
is
right.
to die.
You wouldn't know anything about it.
No, that's why I'm asking. It seems like a pretty stupid duty. At that point, I'm just mocking him.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, tell me different. Like, what the?
He's just leering at you, and like you can just see like the anger in his eyes, and then he kind of just like turns and looks down at the ground, and like refuses to speak.
Neither of us are very
All right.
charismatic.
Well, I'm not a. That's horseshit. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not good.
Me neither. Well, if we can get him, alone tomorrow. Well, yeah, I don't want to say this with an earshot of him, but we're going to have to make sure the cultists either don't kill him in the night, because you weren't here for that, but they've done that before. Yeah, yeah.
So
You know what?
guys
Maybe
can
I do
try
want to
other
come
skill
up
checks.
and say that. I want to I want to say that, like, I know you're new to this caravan, but there's something about your group. And I don't know what, feigning ignorance. But the last time there was a loose end, let's just say he died pretty harshly at the hands of Craven. And I'd like to make sure that doesn't happen to you, because that's not how any man should be treated. But, you know, you gotta work with us here. Give us something.
All right, roll persuasion.
Again.
You can
Uh-oh.
Go advantage. Oh. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Advantage.
That wasn't even, that was just the single roll. I'm not gonna get better than 18.
All right. So he like looks and like kind of like looks back quickly, glancing back at his men. And then he looks back at you guys, and then he like shakes his head and like sterns his resolve. He's like, "No, you wouldn't know anything about it. That man was just doing his duty, and so was Craven." And then he just puts his eyes down.
All right,
Do you
then.
get to ask
Honor
him
to
what
die
his
for the
duty
cause.
is? Like, how long does like a roll last for like getting in?
Pardon me?
How long does a roll last for getting information? Like, Troy like scared the shit out of him. Can you ask him enough question or?
Yeah, you guys can follow up with like just keep it casual as long as you're not overdoing it. This is not a combat scenario. So just interject as though you were talking to this person or in this situation. So like if you want to follow up and you feel like he's on the edge of doing something, then
I think
follow
Troy's
up with
got him.
So he looked back when I said
you
that.
could like
Like, he looked back
Yeah.
at his commander, and he was like for a brief moment he considered what was going on. Can I roll insight to see if like there was any sort of hesitation in that, like any fear?
yeah, go for it. I was just gonna give you some information, but yeah, give me some insight.
'Cause I'm
and then I
actually
can- oh,
really
shit.
insightful.
Okay, so like as you ask those questions and you like read his body language, like you can see that the words register when you said like they've killed other people for indiscretions in the past. Essentially, like your crew is like intense, really intense, and so kind of like turns back. But then as you're like reading his thoughts, so his mind basically goes through, shit, maybe I have fucked up. No, wait, I've done the right thing, and this is what I wanted to do. This is what I've signed up for. And he puts his eyes down.
Yeah. Duty is overruling his fear. I don't know how to break that line of thinking.
I mean, it's a better skill check. That's what it is.
Yeah, true.
But get a fucking skill check like your insight roll.
That's
and
true.
you'll get the information you want.
All right. Well,
So if you want more body language reading, I'll give you more of that. Like, but I feel like you understand what's happening right now.
yeah, I do. And I don't want to divulge that we know who he is, because if he does get it out, that's going to jeopardize our mission, and I don't think this is worth it. I think at this point, we're going to have to make sure he doesn't die in the night, and I'll read his mind in the morning.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
I think that's going to be the play.
Okay. So you guys can securely tie him up near the wagon then, I guess? Over here?
Yeah. Yeah, well, actually, the less people that like have a clear eye shot on this guy, the better. Because if I just like finish the rest and go do it before people start milling about in the caravan and start getting ready to shove him in a hole, that would be ideal.
I'll give you guys control over him. Oh.
Ideally, we put him by somebody who's an elf. Sleep.
The
True.
I don't think we have anybody who doesn't sleep, but we can keep a watch. Like we can do a rotation, and we have to. Well, and I don't want to.
I'm an elf.
Oh, you're an
I
elf.
don't
Oh yeah,
sleep.
that's true. Yeah, so you can
I'm
just
a
stay there
watcher.
the whole time in a trance, and you'll be fine.
Alright, you
Although
guys
we
can
can
move
also
him, yeah.
shuffle other people.
Put him wherever.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have my horse give him instructions that if he starts to move or anything, the horse will wake me.
Bye.
Nice.
And
So-
same to Tobias.
It's a celestial horse, so
We gotta make sure these guys don't make a move. Oh, Calix, you know better than anybody.
once Xavius and Shinon leave, I'm going to talk to that guy with my merchant. He
Alright.
can't lawyer him.
Ooh, nice.
The cultist?
Yeah, as my showing him the practice of how good it can feel to help someone who's in a bad situation.
Now,
Is it
Calix
okay
is
if I'm
actually the
just there
charismatic one.
because I don't really want him to leave my sight.
I think that's fair.
Alright, well, Aldor resists at first, but then he looks at him and he's like, yeah, he probably doesn't have any money. And he
Don't
can-
worry, Aldor. I'm here for you. I won't let anything happen to you.
You better not. And, like, leers at all the cultists.
I'm gonna rejoin the group and I'll leave it to Shannon and Calix. I know what I'm gonna. I'm just gonna start my long rest now, so I'm ready before anybody else. Just gonna start preparing that spell. Keeping Tobias out by Shannon, or by the prisoner rather.
Birdie not asleep. I don't know where my wolf went, but he's gonna sleep by fire.
He's right by the.
There he is.
I guess Tobias would sleep. Would he sleep? It's a spirit animal.
I don't think they
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah. My familiar is a spirit, so it's not like I don't think it requires any nourishment or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Just summon it. It's like a fae in an animal body. People
Yeah.
don't freak out. Okay, so
So, I'd also like to bring the pole over as well.
the pole. There we go. Where do you want to bring him?
To the just the cultist guy here.
Oh, okay. Alright, so everyone's secure for the evening, and the cultist is tied up. And the captain goes back to his men, and the merchants all go back to their things and pack up. And a decent sized hole has been dug just off to the road, off the main center of the road here.
I'm gonna pop my channel community to get there. For emissary of peace.
Wait, what happened, sir?
Emissary of peace, I'm popping my channel community. Just before I start talking to them.
And so you're gonna persuade him?
To I'm gonna ask him if he knew of Ico.
If he knew what?
Knew of Ico,
Ico?
friend that supposedly was replaced by a new cultist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do actually have him in the journal here. Okay. Well,
And also
roll
ask
away.
Aldor, in front of this guy here, Aldor. This guy proved to be any help with us at all. Perhaps you full kind of arrangement. He rides under supervision and left die in a hole. Serves that punishment everyone knew. He set on the right path. What say you? Would you be interested in this?
He's kind of like on the fence about the idea. But let's see some rolls, I guess. Considering he's just one of the many voices that have decreed this.
Really, a
Oh.
natural one.
Yep.
It's
Doesn't
still
matter
pretty
for ability
impressive.
checks though. It's just basic DCs. God.
Alright, so
That's
the
funny.
prisoner knows not about your comrade. His answers are kind of like stammered and taken aback, being surprised you'd come with this line of questioning. He's like, I don't know, Ikko. Was he with the caravan earlier on?
He was. He and I used to pray in the mornings. Very nice to have a prayer buddy.
Kind of scoffs at the notion of praying in the mornings, seeing your like clear devotion to a divine god.
I thought you were gonna say the wrong
Never be
god.
Too careful. You never be in a divine favor enough. You know,
Kinda.
it seems that they are planning to leave you in a hole on the side of the road with all types of different creatures out here. Trying to pick away your flesh slowly. All we want to know is why are you so devoted? What do you owe them? Mission. This failure of explanation.
Ivy.
I mean, at that he's still like kind of scoffing at your notion. He's like, you wouldn't know why I have to do what I do.
Try me. I have been through many experiences that are similar to yours. I'm on this path now.
Your path is nothing like mine. And then he kind of just like looks down at the ground again.
Well, you're right. I do plan to stay above ground. I wish to help you with that as well. Cole here has a full caravan here. Perhaps we could get you to ride with us under my supervision.
And so like let's get a persuasion. I'll let you do one other one for Eldor. Convincing him. So Aldor, smitten with you, as per usual, is on your side, but informs you that he can't really make a decision for the council, and they've already made their decision.
That's why I have the pole here. I'm trying to get the pole on my side.
Fair enough. I mean, they're both like smitten by your words for sure. Your persuasion roll is by far high enough to be eloquent, but
Ask this
the
guy,
premise itself, it eludes them to be able to help you in this.
I want to ask this guy, talk to him again, say, we need some kind of concrete evidence here as to what happened, or any kind of assistance from you, determining how we might be able to persuade members of the council to let you live less punishment. The cultists, not the cultists, the other caravan members here, they don't seem willing to help the caravan. Is there any particular reason that you guys are always huddled around your cart? Show complete disregard for the rest of the caravans would be. Is there anything special you're carrying?
Like I said, you wouldn't understand it, and I don't want to speak with you.
That is unfortunate. But might I suggest that you get over your hole, try turning yourself around. Perhaps don't be such a dick. Future endeavors, find yourself a lot better off.
So that he scoffs and he's like, you'll know. I can't think of a good ominous term, but kind of just like looks up at you and leers.
What's something Rambo would say?
This guy's not that badass, but
I thought he had some Stallone in him.
I mean, it seems like he wants to say something about the Dark God coming, but that also gives him away. So he doesn't say anything. He just,
Well, I can assure you, I've seen some horrible things. This poor dragon with eggs missing, destruction of their property, chaos befalling lands, horrible sights I've seen.
So at that, he kind of like looks up and he's like, "You've seen dragon eggs?"
Why, yes, I come from an area with dragon eggs. Unfortunately, they had been destroyed by some miscreants.
I guess for like the first time, he's like recognizing that you're a dragonborn. He's like, "Oh, huh." And, like so, like trapped in his own little world. Like even as you're speaking, he's pretty like not paying attention. But
Yes, I'm hoping to find some more. I have been given a small quest to find them. I've seen dragons wreaking havoc on the realms. I've heard that it's easier to control them than have their young.
kind of like nods in agreement to that. And then he kind of like remembers himself and like looks up at you. And, I don't need your words, you holy paladin. Be gone from here. I know my duty.
Duty is correct. To the great Tiamat, right?
He like opens like his eyes kind of shoot open at that and like looks up at you. What would you know of it?
Tiamat, the destroyer, the conqueror of the other dragon. She is supposedly being resurrected. Anything that can help that along, right?
I wouldn't know. Kind of like looks down and like embarrassed.
Surely you know of the dragon gods.
I've heard of them.
I've been told to help a group along here.
So are Aldor and like the pole still here?
Yeah, they're still here.
Okay. Like what do you mean? Help what group?
I cannot relay that information. Secret mission of mine. I've just been told I need to help a group get a package to a destination.
He kind of like looks down and like thinks, and like you can roll another persuasion. And we're like on a full other line of questions and
For fuck's sake. Fucking plus 11.
This crackpot dragon talking about dragon gods and
Christ. Every time I use this bullshit, it never works.
I'm sorry for being so harsh in his reactions, but I was like,
No,
I can't let you
it's-
roll a persuasion again because you'll just get it. But yeah. So he kind of like looks down and like looks up and looks over at his crew, and like shakes his head and he's like, I wouldn't know anything about a secret group, but maybe my captain does. You should probably speak to him.
I believe he doesn't think kindly. And there was an altercation with the tiny person that you stabbed earlier, or saying, and I prevented her from getting into your wagon.
You mean
He doesn't think kindly of me from that.
you mean she was trying to get into our wagon? So she is a thief, huh?
No,
She-
I wouldn't
you hear
say a
that?
thief. I would say a drunkard.
G9. Could like call out to one of the guards and be like, he said that she's a thief.
Kirk?
Said that to me?
Yeah,
Said that
one of
who's
the
a
poll.
thief?
Said that this guy is gonna claim that Calix said that Dugan is a thief.
And I was right there.
Yeah.
And so you're hearing Calix talk about the fact that he stopped Dugan from thieving the wagon. And he's like, aha. He doesn't really have a ton
No.
of allies because these guys are both in love with Calyx. And so I'm letting you react to it.
Both in love with Calyx.
The
Dogs have had their
for
back.
persuasion.
This,
Like it's
T.
not really anything other than like flavor to the game. You can like
Oh.
flip the guy or
That was before you joined the caravan, so you wouldn't have known about it. So Calyx just outed Dugan as like trying to steal from the cultists before.
Oh. Some people.
Well, I mean, you were right here. You just heard Calyx say she tried to get into the caravan.
Yeah.
Not to
Yeah.
steal anything.
and he's like, oh, that supports my argument. Shinon, you've been relatively unbiased.
I mean, you had a bloody knife. And
Because
you
she tried to
didn't
steal
say
from me.
what she stole from you, and you're being a prick now.
Fuck you.
He's not being a good prisoner. He's kind of being a dick. So, I mean,
Telling it like it is. Shinon's a soldier.
He like stop. Ah,
like, these just seem like a guy who's finally maybe realizing that his actions have repercussions.
surprise,
He's
surprise.
scared. He's looking for a way out.
Pretty much. So is that the reaction you give him?
Yeah.
Freudian, see through your shit.
The last.
Yeah, I don't really believe
desperate
him.
man. To believe Calyx?
No, that guy.
Yeah, that's totally bullshit.
Seeing that this conversation, my plan didn't work for him, I'm gonna try to get the Pole and Aldor.
Hmm?
I'm gonna pull them off to the side somewhere. Just here, I guess, to talk to them. I'm gonna tell the Pole everything I said to the cultist was mostly true. I feel awful lying about it, but I do need information. I have been entrusted by the Order of the Gauntlet to find out what they are transporting, as they are trying to resurrect Tiamat.
You can see them both like
Damn
kind of like
it.
listening intently, but then their mouths like open agape. You can see them like kind of like look back a little bit in panic at the cultists and your words. Roll a persuasion here for some real effect, but really those words have a profound effect regardless.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
So like yeah, you can see them kind of like getting relatively nervous at those like pronunciations. And like
The Pole,
Pole.
you have Pole around here. You need to keep a close eye on
who around here, sorry?
the Pole.
The pole has pole.
Yeah, the
Oh.
Pole has Pole.
It was a great pun.
Pole.
he
We,
kind of like is taken back at that, and then like, huh, huh. You can see that he's like not really fully comprehending everything the way Aldor is. Aldor is like now nervously glancing at the cultist who's tied up, and then like back at the ones mulling around.
Aldor, you have nothing to worry about. You're simply innocent bystander, and I will keep you far away from any conflict that may arise. Fear not.
But
You have
if
much greater work to do. You have to provide assistance to those less fortunate whenever deemed possible.
he like looks back to you and he's like, but if what you say is true, then there may not be any civilized land left.
Oh, I assure
need to
you
defend
that
people
my
in.
lord Bahamut will not let that happen. I shall intervene far before that occurs.
All right, give me one more persuasion then. Hopefully you roll more than a 6.
Rockets fucking bound to happen eventually. God damn it.
It was more than a
He
6.
did.
All right, so that's it. That's true. That's what I was asked for. And so like you can see like him looking at you and then looking back nervously, and he looks back at you and he's like, "Okay, I mean, I've trusted you this far, Calyx, and you have not steered us astray. Your faith, it is comforting. These are just startling revelations to hear." And you can see like the Pole like like gasping basically as Aldor's talking as he like realizes the implications of like everything that's happened.
We are unfortunately getting closer to their destination.
Should we not just overtake them now?
We can't make this so obvious as well as there's innocents here. We can't have them caught up in crossfire. Perhaps you can send a raven or something. Head.
To whom? Who would we even inform?
I was hoping you may have run this caravan before and have a liaison coming down.
I mean,
I
the
think we're
pole.
Waterdeep, right?
Yeah, guys aren't too far out from it now. So the pole's like, well, Skesh usually handled that kind of stuff. And Eldor's like, I'm afraid this is my first trip of the caravan.
Well, it may become problematic then. We can't afford to let them get whatever's in their caravan to their destination.
Should we tell Alkerny? He should probably be informed. We're traveling with such dangerous criminals.
We should keep this among ourselves for now. How many days out are we? We're still like 3 days out or something, right?
Let me look at the map. Yeah, we're like 3 or 4 days out from Waterdeep.
We should keep that as a last resort. Do me a favor, just keep a wayward eye on them. Try not to make it too obvious, but
He's like staring right at them as you're like talking to him. It's like,
You're
oh,
snap at them like, hey, come on.
yes. He's like shaking his head as you're speaking though, but he was like staring directly at them. So at your like touch, he's like, of course. If you say that's the correct course, we'll trust you, Calix. You have not steered us astray yet.
Should we need to use excessive force, I would hope that you would rally the people away from danger. That's what I would need of you.
I mean,
I have a couple of comrades to call upon that are further up the trip.
reinforcements. That's good. You'll
I
need them.
wouldn't call them that.
No? I mean, you'll need a sizable force to take them on, and you're saying that they are likely to meet more people? Rendezvous? Their treasure?
We don't have that information, unfortunately.
Huh. I'm just getting ahead of myself. I'm nervous.
I can tell. Let's keep this between us three here. Don't let anyone else know.
Okay. You can see him like nodding solemnly at that. And the pole agrees as well.
And then put a hand on the pole's shoulder. Lord Bahamut spoke to me last night during my sleep. He told us all would work out. Have faith.
I hope so. And a few words. But I trust you, Calix.
Excellent. Let's just keep an eye on it. Should any more things arise like we have quite bad luck on this trip, we must be ready.
Oh, I'll be ready. You can see Aldor kind of like nervously moving, like turning back towards you and like moving off towards this the people here.
I'm just gonna head back over then. Thank you for your time, Paul.
I'm gonna run to the washroom. If you guys want to do more this evening, get ready. So I'll be right back.
Fucking A.
Secret assistant.
What?
Secret assistant.
I'm really disappointed I don't get to burn anybody.
The night is young.
I know, right?
Hey Dugan, I electrocuted people for you, and then I get rewarded.
I know, it's total baloney. I think.
I'll be back.
Oh, what?
I will be back.
5 rolls and 4 of them were under 10.
I can't believe you just outed the whole crew to the prisoner and these randos.
Oh, he thinks I'm part of Tiamat.
Does he? Oh.
Man, they don't know that you guys are here with me. I
Yeah.
already ordered the gauntlet, no one else is.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else was.
You don't think it what?
I don't think anyone else took Order of the Gauntlet. They did, and then I fucked it up. Thought I was the only one.
Oh, I think you're right.
I think Dugan took the Shadow People.
The Harpers.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Dugan and I are Harpers. But were you in something, Lydia?
No,
No. Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh no,
Thing.
free agent.
Free agent. Serving myself.
Yeah. Well, I'm not aware of any of that anyways. I'm just preparing my spell for the next day.
I just want to burn people.
Yeah. Just sitting around a campfire, just like ready to throw gasoline through it.
I found my new weapon I'm going to be using once I get to town.
Oh, what's that?
The Eberron book just came out, and they have double-bladed scimitars.
Oh, they finally put that out?
Yep. It's
Like a-
100 gold for the scimitar, does 2d4, and you get a bonus action attack. Another 1d.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this before. That's a pretty exotic weapon. Hard to say if it's in universe or not. That'd be up to Nick. It's basically like a Darth Maul weapon, right?
More or less.
It's cold. Yes. Stop it. It's my face. Oops.
Huh.
This is some other cool items, too.
Yeah. A Velinar blade in the hands of a non-elf is generally assumed to have been stolen or looted from a fallen foe.
Dead body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a pretty cultural weapon, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like specific to
you
a certain
run
kind
into
of
this
elf.
type of
Basically,
elf,
is what the book says.
I got a busy drink.
if you run into that type of an elf, they will feel entitled to demand its return or challenge you to prove that you're worthy to wield it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, that's badass.
The Valinars found Eberron. They have these super cool gloves. The living gloves, they basically fuse to your hands. You get expertise on either sleight of hand, thieves' tools, instrument, or artisan tools of your choice.
Mm,
But you can't take them off. Use like a spell or something. Or
Crafted to your
curse.
hand.
Oh yeah, you're back, Nick.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Oh, you know, the boozy drink. We'll get back to the
Sa-
action.
Cheers.
Yeah. All right. So, morning, early dawn.
Yeah, we had the watch set up for motherfucker, and I started my long rest early.
Motherfucker
okay.
Joe.
Yeah. I don't know if we need to be more specific about the watch.
I mean, I will assume that you guys line it up. I mean, it's nighttime, probably not late in the evening, because nobody really stays up too late. It's not like you're partying.
Well, we were actually partying when all this went down.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
But I still don't think it was past like 10 o'clock when this all went down.
cool.
So you guys could probably sleep until like right before the dawn.
So
and
my
probably well
going
rested.
to bed early is actually going to bed early.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sweet. So I will awake before most people, I assume.
Yeah, we'll say all this wraps up at like 11:30, and then you go to
Okay,
bed.
so we all get a good long rested.
And so like the sun is coming up in like the next 20 minutes. You guys could be awake.
All right.
Okay.
I have detect thoughts prepared, and I am
Okay.
ready to use it.
I'd like to cast Disguise Self.
Huh?
No, there's too many of them. I take that back.
say people are like semi starting to bustle, but mostly people are still asleep. So a few people are moving about the camp.
All right.
So you guys can do your thing up here with the prisoner.
Yeah. So is the prisoner awake?
We'll say no.
Okay, because this might be easier if I cast the spell before he wakes up.
Okay, so let's roll a dice then.
Roll a dice for
Say
what?
If he is 4, 5, 6, he's awake. 1, 2,
Oh.
3, he's not.
Okay.
Not awake.
All right. So Shinon is awake, I assume, and we're out of
Never sleep.
earshot of everyone else, all the rest of the caravan people. So I'm going to kick off my spell, which lasts a minute, as we kind of rouse this guy, so that he doesn't know that I've cast it.
All right. Give me like a stealth roll for subtlety.
Sure.
It'll be real minor. Just don't get a 1.
Sure. Yeah. No promises. No promises. Oh no, too
Okay.
shabby.
You were basically just scratching your nose. What it looks like from a distance. You're like,
Yeah.
so fucking sleight of hand.
Achukadabra.
Alright, so how does the spell work? Cursory attack and then wisdom check.
No wisdom check initially. So the way to detect thoughts works is I have a minute, and for the duration, I could just read the surface thoughts of anybody within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
That just kind of happens. If I decide to probe further for like more details, then it's a wisdom save. And if I fail, or if they succeed the wisdom save, I believe that's when they know. And then they can like try to use intelligence checks against my intelligence checks. It's sort of a complicated.
Yeah, I'm reading it
spell.
now. I understand. It's like it's like a passive thing for the most part, unless you activate it.
Yeah. So my idea behind him not knowing it is that I'm going to question him again, and then try to drive his surface level thoughts so he just like betrays information without him knowing.
Yeah, and so as he's sleeping, I'm gonna say it's gonna be tricky to get exactly what you want.
Yeah. Oh no, I want to wake him up and ask him questions while the spell's
Oh,
active.
okay, cool,
So I'm
cool.
like kick him awake.
Okay, so he's like, ugh. He like kind of shocks and looks at you, and then scowls again.
I'm gonna go.
Shinon in you.
I go, this is your last chance before the hole. I want you to tell me again, why Dugan?
You wouldn't understand, because I saw her in the cult, or in the camp. So like his first thought, his outward thoughts are like, I'm not gonna tell you. Why would I tell you now? And so like those are his words, and then his inner thoughts are, that bitch was in our camp. I know I recognized her sneaking around, trying to rouse the kobolds.
Holy shit. Okay, I wanna say again, what did you hope to gain by killing her?
Like, are you trying to persuasion? Yeah, do a persuasion roll for me.
Oh, sure. So that just sounds like vendetta to me. I'm like, no, this guy has duty and purpose. Like, what the fuck? Uh-oh. Well, that was my persuasion, but
Okay,
that's,
so
I'm not really caring about my persuasion.
his outright reaction to you is just a scoff and like a scowl. And then his inner thoughts are, because she was gonna derail the caravan, I couldn't let her know, or like, she obviously knows about us. I had to take her out. It's my duty to Tiamat. This guy wouldn't understand. None of these people would. And they're nice, divine god.
I want to go again and say, you spoke so much about the duty that you seem to hold so dear. Where are you headed?
That's none of your business. And his inner thoughts are heading north to meet up and summon the greatest deity of them all. Bring the great catastrophe into the lands and doom all these silly mortals.
All right. Yeah, it was fair. Okay, I want to probe deeper on that. I want to try to get a location out of him.
Okay, so
So that's a wisdom
me-
save on his side.
let me chew this caramel.
You chew that
Sorry.
caramel. From the camp. That's actually good. That means Dugan is the only one that he recognizes.
Yeah, when she ran around the camp trying to start a rebellion.
Yeah, actually that's a good point. Before I probe deeper into that, I just want to say, like, your crew did not have your back. Like, why?
I mean, again, he kind of like, you wouldn't understand. I've told you before. This, like, inner thoughts are, like, the great deity will reward us in the afterlife.
Damn. Yeah, he's a zealot. All right, let's probe. I was hoping to see if anybody else recognized Dugan or if it was just him. But yeah, he's a zealot. His thoughts are that.
That's why I'm glad
That's
you said
fair.
that. I'm like, man, this guy's a fanatic.
Yeah. All right, let's gotta go deeper.
All right, so he does a wisdom
Yeah,
or
wisdom
intelligence?
save. So it's
Okay,
wisdom
okay.
save to resist the probing, and then if he does, he knows what I'm doing. I believe. Oh yeah, he resisted the fuck out of it.
It's like, are you trying to read my thoughts? Who are you? What? Who do you work for? What are you trying to gain here?
Well, if it wasn't clear from seeing me in battle, I'm a wizard, and you betrayed much. You don't have many chances left now.
You can just see like his is your spell still rolling? 'Cause, like his outer thoughts, outwardly he appears to be very, like nervous now. He's
So
like,
yeah,
quite
the
upset with
spell
himself.
did end.
Okay, so you don't hear his inner thoughts. He's just like, what? No, this is outrageous.
Either way, the target knows you're probing into his mind unless you shift here. Yeah, the spell's over. Yeah, he's freaking out.
Yeah,
That's
he's just
fair.
panicking. He's like, what? Who are you?
Who am I? I'm just a wizard. And you've just attacked someone. And wow. I'm just like, I'm not sure how to react now. Kind of caught with my pants down. I'm not a master of charisma. So I want to actually, yeah, we're gonna recover a bit there, and I want to say to Shannon, this dude recognized Dugan from a previous altercation. That's why
What?
he attacked.
How do you
him.
know that?
Well, I just point to my temple, be like, "Wizard, my friend."
Just like looks straight down and then doesn't like speak again. He's just.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's a okay. That okay. I think at that I have to leave.
Okay.
I might have fed too much into my hubris on that. Ooh.
Okay. So you guys want to do more with the prisoner before the camp starts to back up? Like as Xavier moves away, everybody starts to like rouse a bit more. More people are waking up. Shit's moving about. More cultists are mauling towards you guys.
So I want to go to Dugan.
Oh shit, my mic's muted. Whoops.
Oh, sorry. Were you saying things in there?
Oh,
Probably.
I was just gonna say, holy crap.
Holy crap, indeed.
Okay. So you're gonna go to me?
Yeah.
And tell this guy, guess his time's up. Time to get buried.
Yeah, so I want to go to Dugan and say, I guess Evola is here as well. I want to say that cultist recognized you from the Kobold camp. I don't know who else does, but, I'd watch your back.
Oh, right. That asshole.
It's like, if anybody else does, you might have a dagger in your sleep. I might have one now, too. I kind of... We'll see.
Remember when you were chained up in their camp for a bit?
Yeah, I remember. With my wonderful kobold friend.
Zote. Zote.
Yeah.
Zotai! The finest
Uh,
dressed of kobolds. Zoti.
I feel like I would recognize most of the others, along with the fact that of the 4 people that were interrogating me, we murdered 3.
I mean, you were
The
seen
next
by
day.
a lot of cultists, like
Mm.
the whole camp.
I was seen by the whole camp, but I feel like the ones that mattered we've murdered. Right? We
Yeah,
murdered the. No, we didn't murder the girl yet, did we?
Yeah, you killed Bud Death, and you
Oh.
killed Langdorosa,
Yeah.
but you haven't killed Resmir, the head of like the black part of the cultist guild.
I don't think he was there. Because it was Langdorosa that was interrogating me.
Yeah,
Darn it. I had such a good disguise. Oh my god, no, you're right. I dropped my disguise. You're right. I did say I dropped my disguise.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
cool.
there's still time. But I think it's imperative that the other cultists do not talk to him. I think you may have had the right of it. Because if he talks, then you and I are both outed at this point of knowing about the cult.
Okay.
And I think the mission.
So we have
is
2
important
options,
here.
Avius. Who would like to do the deed, you or me?
At that, I kind of like stammer a bit. I'm like, I don't think I have the stomach for it.
Talk about killing him before putting him in the ground.
After
Okay.
putting him in the ground.
So,
When a caravan leaves, we want to make sure the cultists don't retrieve him.
we
'Cause
dug
at
the
this
hole.
point, like like at this point, I'm kind of getting past my not wanting to murder him by like being like, this is way too dangerous now.
I'm going to.
I told him way too much. We
Yeah, I
killed this
told
man.
him way too much,
I'm
and then
going
Dugan
to,
too. Like, oops, I was like a fucking schoolboy who just got an A+ on a test, bragging to all his friends.
Okay, okay, Avius. I'll handle it.
Okay.
All that I need from you is to keep your falcon nearby and rush to back me up if things go poorly.
That I can absolutely do for you.
Okay. So make sure that your falcon is circling the cult.
Sorry, say that again.
Make sure your falcon is circling around the cultist.
My hawk. He will be.
Your hawk. Yes.
He takes offense, you know how birds can be.
Man, falcons are way cooler. I don't know why you would.
So
Personal preference.
I'm gonna go off into a nearby area to use the washroom.
All right.
As you
Well,
halfling
you get
ladies
stabbed
do.
again. Sorry. DM said. Okay, so we'll start moving this show along a little bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna
You
use
guys are gonna
the
be
washroom.
here?
I'm gonna cast disguise self on myself. To disguise myself as a poor homeless person that just lives in the woods. And I'm going to use my shiny mirror before doing that to make the copy of Dugan. The copy of Dugan is going to go back and sit beside her caravan guard, and the homeless Dugan is going to use
Homeless Dugan.
going to use stealth to try to stay hidden, along with casting the guidance cantrip on myself and using my blessing of the trickster, so I have advantage on stealth. So this plus a d4.
Nice. And I'll have Tobias just like circling, and he'll screech if you're in trouble.
Okay. You gotta stay within 100 feet to keep your copy up.
Oh.
So I'm going to have the copy say to my caravan leader, oh, all of those events from yesterday, it was just too much. Do you mind if I sit in the back of the wagon today? I just need to clear my head a little.
Yeah, you did get stabbed. No, fair. Lean into that. Poor maiden.
And I'm realizing now I didn't put a time limit on it. We're gonna say 30 minutes.
Okay, that should be ample.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
30 minutes of the
and,
caravan riding off into the sunrise.
Oh, and I would really like it if Chief was with me.
I don't know where Chief has been.
It's been a
Because
while.
I'm going to need to ride after the caravan. And I am not a fast little.
Okay, so we're all on the caravan moving screen now.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sitting, I guess, with Adalri, and everyone's with their caravan leaders, I
Here's
assume.
Chief. Haven't seen his token in a while, but controlled by David. There we go.
Ah, diggity dog.
There you go. There's your dog.
Thank you. And I am as sneaky as humanly possible.
As halflingly possible.
As halflingly possible.
Alright. So, the caravan goes on its trip. And Dugan-
Oh, I'm hiding around where the hole is. Sorry, I should have said that. In whatever the nearest, forest to us was. So hopefully I can see the hole that he's buried in,
okay.
if that is possible. If not, I'm as close as I can feasibly get.
So let's do this because it's fun. Alright, so the caravan rolls away. Dugan remains. We find ourselves here.
Okay. So Chief and I are going to walk up to his head, and I am just going to
It's you!
slit his throat and say, "It'll be quicker this way."
No, wait, don't! Alright. You slit his throat.
Okay, so I'm going to hop on Chief, and I am going to try to stay to the within the forest and catch up to the caravan as much as I feasibly can, waiting until nightfall to fully rejoin.
Okay, so give me a survival and a stealth.
Here is a stealth
Oh,
and
Dugan
a
represent.
survival,
Dugan ate the
Great.
mushroom.
and I'm going to use a guidance on that.
Okay.
So it's an 11.
Alright. So, I mean, your stealth compensates for your lack of ability to step on something proper. But, you know, you almost lose the caravan, but you find it and you're able to rejoin it.
Phew.
Let's get back to the world map.
Is it done?
Yes, it's done. There are no loose ends, except for maybe many other cultists. Who knows?
Well,
There's
that
at
as a
least one fewer loose end of a frayed rope.
Be like I just got away with cheating on a test.
So
It's a
the
bad
caravan
taste.
travel. Sorry. Yeah,
Sorry,
bad
it's
taste.
a bad taste, but maybe it's over. As we're going in the caravan, I want to talk to the rest of the group about like everything I've learned, so we're all in the know.
Okay, you guys can freely talk in this caravan, so I'll just assume that you make your way to their area, because like you guys are all moving and nobody's really like stuck in a certain area.
Yeah,
Let's play like zone defense, so you can overlap.
yeah, that's what I figure. Probably gonna, not bring up what Dugan and I just did so much, but talk about why that happened and what like all the thoughts that I gleaned to like Calix and Evola and everyone who wasn't privy to it.
How do you guys feel about that?
We should have came with better disguises. We thought that just being unknown would be enough. Should have done more. Should have taken Ebola's style.
Well, I guess it would be interesting to see you in a fancy gown, Dugan.
I had. Well, you know what? I don't really have any that fit you.
It's too late for that now. They'll think something's up.
Oh, we'll be off this caravan soon.
Mhm.
Well, if they're
At least
going
there's
north,
only the one issue.
what is the chance that they veer off?
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on them.
I have entrusted a service.
So you're cutting in and out there, Tom. It's hard to make you out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Katie's mic sucks.
Yes, it does.
I've entrusted another person into my service. They are also keeping an eye on the cultists and are ready to move whenever I signal.
Wait,
I
what?
trust this man very much so. You are all safe to cover.
Wait, what?
What? Say that again? You
Fear not.
you
I
told
only
me.
expose myself.
In the cultists?
Oh god, we cannot move against the cultists. If we've,
I cannot allow them to get to their destination.
no, we have to allow them to get to their destination. We need to find where their destination is. We need to follow them. That's the mission. We need to find where their base is, so I can rescue my friend.
The thing they're transporting.
It's just gold.
Is it just gold?
We as far
all
as
we-
As far as we
That's
know,
all
it's
we
just
do.
gold. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought it was just this was one of many cultist groups funneling gold into their base.
Yeah, so your understanding is that, yeah, it's just a shit ton of treasure. Gold, maybe some gems. But, yeah, they need a shit ton to summon Tiamat. Or the ritual.
Dragons like gold.
Yeah.
Makes
that's
sense.
True. Isn't that right,
Do
Count?
not fear. Do not fear. The person I have entrusted is only. He's only been told to make sure that the civilians get out of harm's way. Should anything happen. Cannot have any collateral damage should
Well,
more mischievous things occur.
you are right. Just
As
hope
I
it doesn't
look
come to
at
that.
Dugan.
hey, I would absolutely not have told you what just happened. You have no idea where I've been today.
I think it's referring to other things.
Oh,
I would just refer to Dugan in general.
You
Yeah,
are
Alex
pretty
was happy with
sketch.
the justice that was dealt out.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Dugan in general.
Mm. Well, I appreciate you not divulging all of our identities. Hopefully we can still maintain some discretion on this mission. We can't fail.
I shall inform you all that he knows I am a member of the Order of the Gauntlet. That is what my guise is under. Should we be asked about that? Then be wary.
All right. Well, what's done is done. Let's just keep an eye on them and make sure we can find that base.
Okay, so as you guys are chatting around and talking, like, subtly, can I get you all to roll either an insight or deception check? Your call.
I am much better at insight.
Inside or
Can't roll shit.
Oh God.
Okay.
I'm so like not myself after that whole cloak and dagger shit.
Yeah.
I can't even
Man, I got away with
conceive.
that shit.
Like,
Take
oh,
it.
But what am I rolling again here?
Insight or deception? Your call.
Oh,
insight-
we're all rolling it?
Or it was this. Deception's the same thing.
insight is a wisdom and deception is a charisma.
Yeah.
Oh, you plus
Whatever
7
your
deception.
preference
That's awesome. You fucking sorcerer, you. Luckily, Shannon pays attention as the commander.
Yep.
Mhm.
So. So as you guys are walking, Shinon, you notice that there's a halfling in the caravan. She seems to be new from Daggerford, and she gives the impression that she is aware of you and the character. She's been watching you.
You watching me?
She's been watching all you guys.
Little halfling.
So let me see. Okay. So the character notices that a gnome recently joined the caravan, shows an interest in them.
We all know what happened to the last person who was watching. Don't watch the stars, Kirk. Don't watch the stars.
Well, I'm going to whisper to Xavier that we are being watched
What?
by the new member.
All right, so
Instantly,
you
I'm
know-
like,
no
fuck,
idea.
did somebody
I'm just-
else recognize us from the kobold
I'm
camp?
just mentioning it.
Mine's just like
So, like,
racing.
as you're like watching her and you're like kind of moving towards Xavius, you notice that she's like pretty interested in one of the humans that's with the cultist as well. So like you notice this guy has like a new face, but you're not really great with who came super before because you were only there for like 2 days before you guys got to Daggerford.
Oh, I thought it was like a month travel.
Overall,
with-
but you're a late edition.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've only been with the caravan for like a week and a half.
Got it. That's what I assumed originally, and then you're just like, no, you've been on the road for like a month. What?
Yeah, these
Used
guys
to
have been
the
on the road
massive
for almost
times,
2
too.
months now.
Okay.
And so you
I mean, I'd like to
like,
think that seeing a halfling might, stay out.
stay out of the what? Sorry, you cut out there.
I'd like to say that a halfling would probably stick out a little bit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
They're not humans.
Especially if
That's
they're
true.
just glaring.
well, that's not.
Aware.
She's not really glaring. So like your insight catches that she's being subtle, and like trying to avoid being like open about recognizing things. So you notice that she's like kind of like mingling with the humans and talking, but she clearly seems to be glancing and paying a lot of attention to one of the humans that's with the cultists. And she also seems to be glancing at you and your companions quite a bit as well.
And we don't notice, like, we don't recognize her from any.
No, she's a female halfling.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna mention it to Troy.
Okay. I'm instantly going to assume
Maybe just say
it's a similar
keep an eye on it.
situation. Keep an eye.
I don't know.
You don't think we should confront her?
I mean, I don't know.
So as you guys are talking, she kind of like walks towards you guys. And then she like tilts her head sideways and she says, "Lovely weather we've been having." Lovely weather we've been having.
Is the weather nice right now?
As good as it can be this time of year.
No, I mean, that was the DM question. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's-
is it raining?
she's
Is she
just-
bullshitting?
she's just making, if you want to do like an insight on it. But it has been okay.
Okay.
I mean, the weather's
Lovely
not
weather.
been the worst.
Well, we are making good progress.
That's good. Where are you heading to?
Well, same place. I imagine the same
Did-
place you're headed
did
to.
you
Where the
Join a
caravan's
caravan
at.
not knowing where you're going.
It's kind of like a what? Like, am I talking to a child right now?
Well, once you get to Waterdeep, what are you doing?
I guess I haven't thought about that yet. Well, Waterdeep is a pretty fine destination on its own. Have you ever been to Waterdeep?
Oh, once or twice.
She's been to
It's a
something.
beautiful city. Anyways, enjoy your day. And then she kind of like takes off.
Oh boy,
Odd that one.
that was weird.
You can see that she's like still like paying attention to you guys as she like turns
What-
around. looks
What's
back.
the D?
Who wants to what?
The
The D.
D.
Oh God. It's probably for you, Shannon. No, that is
But she was talking to you. Wasn't she?
I don't know. I don't know if elves mess with hobbits.
well, you know,
It seems like a weird mix.
maybe. Right. You're speaking to a half elf. You know, interspecies. It's kind of
Yeah, I
it
figured it'd be
happens.
more your thing.
No.
She was paying attention to the cultists as well.
Yeah. So she's not of the cult. That's weird.
Maybe she
That's
thinks one of
weird.
them hot.
Well,
Oh wait, I
there's
actually have a.
was there I feel like maybe she's one of the Harpers. And there was a call sign to that I should remember. But I don't. Because it's been forever.
Did I write it down somewhere for you? Maybe?
I'm gonna open up the
How do you spell halfling?
dun.
How do you spell
Yeah,
halfling?
there's information. Fuck yeah, I can't remember if there was like an answer, like a question answer, fucking secret code that I would have known
Yeah.
about.
I don't recall.
I don't think I gave you guys one, but
Okay.
we could make one up if you'd like.
Well, fair enough.
Part of it.
Because like we already talked to like one member of the Harpers that was buried, and he was like trying to be sneaky about saying hello and all that, but we put him at ease.
That's
Oh,
true. You guys should have like a code. That would make a lot of sense. So, if you want to speak to him and come up with one.
Oh, come up with one. Oh, okay. But I wouldn't have known
Like-
about one before.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
obviously he doesn't either, but maybe
No,
he
that's
tried
fair.
to say it and you guys didn't catch it.
I'm just like trying to imagine like if like lovely weather is like, oh shit, was I supposed to say like something to that? Like,
yeah.
no.
We'll say the
If that
Harper
was.
one is like, there's a song in the air, and a tune to be written.
A tune to be written.
Song in the air, and a tune to be written. Okay?
Okay. Cool. Well,
I'll write it down in the actual journal here.
nice. Nice. Then when she says well, I guess you already walked away.
Well, she didn't line you up for it. but
Yeah,
I guess
that's
you
fair.
didn't either.
I was considering lining her up for it.
Mhm.
Lovely weather we're having. Almost as if there's a song in the air. Wistfully. No, nothing? Okay. Well, at least there's that.
Actually, no. We're gonna take that right out because that wouldn't make sense with the other Harper.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
As fun as that was, maybe that'll be something you guys come up with in the future.
Fair enough. I dig it.
Okay. So, if you guys want to follow up on the halfling, if you guys want to speak to her, that like you guys are still free to move around and speak to each other and do whatever in the caravan. It's marching along. And
Okay.
The weather is quite a bit
Okay,
like
I'd like to,
seems like safer
uh,
roads than you've been on in the past.
if she's a new person, I'd like to chat her up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely want to let you know, Dugan, too, that somebody recognizes us, because that is sort of a thing right
Not
now.
necessarily recognizes us. It's just watching.
No,
Mhm.
that's true. But like that's where my mind jumps to because of what just happened. A little bit freaked out, for better for worse.
Shouldn't have told this paranoid guy.
Having a bad day. We just yeah,
They know.
we did
Oh
a
my
thing.
God.
Dugan, kill her.
Dugan.
They know.
I'll bury her, you slit her throat.
So true though.
Fucking monster.
It's so true though. Xavius isn't overly stable right now.
Alright.
So, I'm gonna walk over to her and be like, "Oh, hey there. You know, I don't think I've seen you on the caravan before."
So she's like, yeah, I just joined.
Oh, are you
Back in dinosaurs.
are you here with as a guard? Or are you here traveling with some goods?
Oh, just for business. And for forbidden pleasure. Going to see my family in Waterdeep.
Oh, what's your business to Waterdeep then?
Oh, you know, knickknacks. I'm a bit of a trader.
Oh, what do you have to trade? I love to pick up
Charles is
knickknacks.
sitting there going, "Traitor!"
Bit of a traitor. Oh god.
He confessed.
Maybe once we go to camp tonight, I can buy us a couple rounds, and we can look at your knickknacks. It'll be a great time.
Certainly. And so, like, she agrees, and like the night progresses, and like basically she doesn't really have a ton of questions for you, but you can see that she's like studying you intently.
Who? All of us?
The halfling, like everything you say that she's like, yeah, and like looking you over and like studying the way you speak and stuff.
Okay.
But like
So,
what she returns is more just like casual small talk about the weather and the travels, and she asks you
Okay.
how long you've been on the road, things like that. It occasionally like breaches back to like where you're from and things like that. So I don't know how much information or how like.
oh, I'm gonna give her a total lie.
Okay.
I'm just from a town down on the Swords Coast.
All
When
right.
I
So
was
give her
younger, I always liked hunting, so I decided I'd be a guard. Makes sense.
a deception.
Hopefully better than your insight. Oh.
Okay. So you laid it on pretty smooth. Your story makes sense. It's got no holds. And as the night progresses, like you guys are still friendly with each other.
Tell me about her knickknacks, because I am very interested in the knickknacks that she's.
Actually curious.
So she has like a bunch of like simple weapons and like tools and things like that, like grappling hooks, like rope, and like she has like a bag that is pretty big, but then as she pulls things out, it's got like magical essence to it, so she kind of just keeps pulling things out and like showing them to you. A few things that are like bigger than the bag itself.
So I'm gonna say, oh, the thing that's most interesting to me in your knickknacks is this bag.
Oh, of course, it's a family heirloom.
Huh? Oh,
And so like she'll start putting the things back away, not scattering them everywhere. But
okay.
joins the drinks with you.
I'm gonna tell her, you can never go too far without some rope. Mind if I buy a touch off you?
Of course. So she'll give you a good discounted price, whatever the normal amount of rope is.
I'll look it up. Sorry.
Okay. So she'll give you like a 50% deal on rope.
Okay.
And like anybody else want to talk to her as the night progresses?
Who is this person again?
Random halfling.
She's watching
Man.
us.
Cost is 1 gold.
I'm watching the
Alright.
the cultists.
Okay.
I make sure to tell everybody that she's watching us. Discreetly. Be like,
He's
"Oh,
watching everybody.
yeah. Well,
Well, there's one
Fair.
cultist in particular that she's interested in.
oh. I guess that would be something Shinon would have noticed with his insight.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the humans that you guys don't recognize as a cultist, actually. He's just hanging out with them.
What do you
Anyways.
say to that, Kirk?
What, a human not part of the cult?
She's only looking at our group plus this human. That is a nobody.
This particular human, now that you guys are recognizing and noticing him, he seems to be the only person that the cultists have allowed to ride on their wagon.
Oh shit, that is weird. That is fucking weird.
Okay.
And not even Dugan has been allowed to drink with. Actually, no, that's not true. We almost got some good bevies, but I feel like that ship has sailed. They're probably not gonna like Evola and Dugan's Wiles anymore.
It's okay. I don't need them.
So as the night progresses, your new friend, her name is Gemna. She tells you her name.
Gemna. Tells who?
Dugan.
Yeah, perfect.
Let me fix that up for you.
I kind of botched that whole interaction.
Meh. He is. I never know how the reactions are gonna go or
yeah.
interactions.
Oh yeah.
And so, like, as the night progresses on and it starts to get later, she kind of disappears. She's there for 1 second, and all of a sudden she's gone. And so,
I'm paranoid already, so that worries me. Like, oh god.
you guys look for her or do things like it doesn't matter. Like,
She
I mean,
on
only
that.
Dugan really notices that like she's kind of like disappeared.
Oh, only Dugan
But
notices.
it wasn't like an overly ominous manner either.
Okay.
I mean, I'm imagining Dugan like went for a drink and then she's gone.
Well, it's up to you, David.
Sorry, what was... Oh, she left, right? I'm not gonna follow
Yeah.
her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as the morning opens up and everyone is like eating some quick breakfast before packing up the caravan, we'll say that this morning's meal is porridge, and you guys are all kind of like sitting on logs in and around. Actually, I have a map for this one. In this area? Get your tokens, actually. Chief 2.
Have we been on this map before? There's an M.
No?
So
Yes.
a little red thing. Is this where we lost Phoenix?
I thought it was long enough.
That is stuck in my mind permanently.
Oh yeah, that's right. It wouldn't let me delete my M.
So there's like a central cooking area where everybody's kind of like eating quick breakfast and getting ready. And so as you guys are like sitting around and eating your morning porridge, pretty daily activity on the caravan.
I'd like to ask Dugan if he thinks he can attach something to the caravan or throw it into the caravan at some
Which caravan?
the cultists.
Like an arrow?
No.
So you guys are having this conversation over breakfast.
What you mean so we can track them?
Do I?
Like a torch?
No. Something
Yeah, if we're
specific and unique that I may know and be able to track within 1,000 feet of me.
Oh, like this arrow. Do you know this one? I call him Steve.
Yeah, sure. Do an arrow and just write Steve on it. So that'll be enough.
Why would I write Steve's name on Steve?
Everyone has to know Steve's greatness.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm gonna
This is
dip the arrow in the ashes of the fire to make it to cover it. And by arrow I mean crossbow bolt because I have a crossbow and I don't know how to fire a real bow. And I'm gonna like try to write in the ashes S T E.
Just writing on this fucking.
No.
But like, are you sure you want me to make the shot? This is gonna look very.
Not right now. At some point. When you think it's best and when you think you can do it without being caught.
Okay.
Maybe use your mirror thing and shoot from the forest.
Okay, I'll try my best.
I'll explain to Dugan how locate object works. How I have it as a spell.
Okay. So,
As
so
you guys are talking here.
we get into an actual altercation because I feel like thing will happen because we've not had a very smooth ride so far. But if something attacking our caravan, then a stray arrow here and there, no one will
Yeah.
notice.
So you guys are chatting and keeping it relatively subtle, I imagine, and you see them kind of like walking up and like towards you guys and
See
glancing
what?
around.
See who? What?
The halfling.
Gemna? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
she was over here, and she walks over towards you guys, and she kind of like stops and glances around, and then she looks towards Dugan, and she gestures towards your oatmeal that you're kind of like about to raise up to your up there, and she goes, don't, and she kind of like steps forward. May I?
To eat my oatmeal? Of
Yeah.
course,
She
anytime.
takes your oatmeal and she like glances around, like subtly, and then she starts poking her. She pulls a quick knife out of her belt pouch and starts poking it around into your oatmeal. After a second, she lifts it out and shows you a smeared object resembling a tiny bead. She glances over her shoulder towards the cultists sitting at their breakfast, and she goes, "It's a silver bone. It's curled into a circle, so you can swallow it in your mouth full of gruel without noticing. Once eaten, it slowly uncurls inside you, exposing a needle. Points out and pierces your guts, kills you slowly. I suspect it's in all your breakfasts." She gets up, stands up straight.
Uh,
I
So-
dropped my bowl just like out of like, whoa.
so,
She dumps the bowl. "Let's talk this evening," and she walks away.
Whoa. So this is I would absolutely like to capture this thing into.
You want this?
Oh God, do I want this? I drank a healing potion not that long ago. I still have the vial. Can I vial this thing?
So, wait, what? Because she just like kind of stood up and walked away. Are you like
Yeah.
flagging her down?
No. So she pulled it out of my oatmeal. I would like to put it into a vial.
Oh my god.
Okay, so like she gives you the bead as you're like, give me that. As you like show it to her, you're like, what? Give
I said this is interesting.
Yeah.
We'll
I
need
imagine
to,
your reaction is pretty immediate to something interesting like that.
yeah, we'll need to study this further and make sure that it doesn't have. For sure, that's what it's for.
So
So,
you said she's walking away?
Yeah. So after she said,
I
like,
want
after
to say like, wait, sit with us. Like, don't.
she turns back to you and she glances at the cultist, says, "This evening," under her breath, and then keeps walking.
All right. Okay.
So
Whoa. Is there things in all of our gruels? I guess now that we're checking that shit out.
So would you like to check?
I accidentally dropped mine on the ground, but I'm I was just like, oh my god, I almost died. Yo, you guys, is your oatmeal good? I'm also the size of like a baby on the map.
I'll grow up.
Yay!
Yeah, I'll poke and prod mine and see if
All right.
I'm gonna,
Make,
I'm gonna say tell everybody to stop eating. If anybody else is around.
Oh, like
I mean,
like the
she was
tap
just referring
randos?
to like your crew,
Okay.
and then she like glanced like knowingly at the cultist.
Well, we know that at least one cultist recognized Dugan. If there is only something in her gruel, we could say it's another one from that camp. But if there's anything else in any of our other bowls, then shit is all I have
All right,
to say.
check. You can do an intelligence investigation check on your bowl if you still have it.
All right. Well, mine's on the ground, upside down. I will investigate the ground.
Ah! All right, disadvantage for Troy.
It's all right. I am the best investigator here. Hiya!
still better than calories.
All right, you guys don't find anything.
All right,
Okay.
so it's
Can I do a sleight of hand to run a dagger through Evola's gruel in the same way that I watched her do it?
Okay,
Yep.
because she's not reacting to this. Miss
That's a
Avola.
sleight of hand.
Do I find anything in Avola's?
What did I just say to you? Investigation.
Oh, sorry. I asked if I can run the next.
The
Oh,
same knife
well-
trick.
Yeah, I mean, you can. It doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't immediately pull something up.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're not even really, like, looking. You're just copying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing really appears.
Okay.
I need to pee. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sorry, I misunderstood. Like, sleight of hand, sure, can definitely copy it, but I'm not gonna give you a ton of information from it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. I'm gonna also pee on this heartbeat here. Be right back.
I totally forgot I had the kid object. I should be back.
Remember that scene from The Matrix where they interrogate Mr. Anderson with like the fucking bug? That's what that
Yeah.
gruel thing reminded me of.
Yes, I agree.
Creep me out. So I guess we got another day of travel ahead of us before Gemna's gonna
Turn the heat
have a
on.
little conversation with us.
You turn the heat on? No.
Is that what's going on? Ah!
Shit.
Hello?
Making it colder in here. Hot in this bit.
Sorry, are we missing
Oh.
Nick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nick went to the washroom as well.
Okay.
So what's our plan with this little
This halfling?
halfling?
So
Yeah.
she just saved Dugan's life,
Yeah.
and we didn't find any other poisoned bulls. So the cultists are still trying to kill Dugan, but this woman saved her. We're gonna talk to her at the end of the night.
Did she save? Like, she obviously like seen it happen.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
she say who did it?
No, she gestured to the cultists in general, and then she said we would talk tonight. I don't think we know a specific person. We're probably gonna have to wait to see her again when it's discreet.
So we're just sitting in camp traveling with cult.
Yeah. Keeping a motherfucking eye on those guys as per usual. Can't be. How many days is it left to Waterdeep?
3
Two.
now.
3 days?
Three? Yeah.
So this is like they can make their move anytime. Like we don't know if they're even gonna enter Waterdeep.
That's why I want Dugan to get the Arrow March Steve on there.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
figure
get my
with
locate object going.
it's definitely a good call. And between that and I figure with Tobias always watching, Like, they can't really hide wagons. We're gonna see if they divert.
Oh yeah. why
Unless
don't
we
you
go into the
locate
city
objects
first.
on the wagon?
What's that?
So, had we just burnt down the edges of this caravan, we could have seen what was inside of it. We could have located objects on those objects, or we could have located an object on just the wagon. We know what the wagon is. We've seen it a lot.
Is it like distinguishing enough for it to work?
The whole wagon? I would assume so. We've seen a lot of this wagon.
But does it look like all the other wagons?
I'm not your.
Mm.
That's one thing I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ha. That's funny. Literally, like, I looked at, like, locate object, and the first thing is, like, how can a wagon not count as an object? That's, like, the first fucking thread.
There we go.
Oh wait, really?
It's fucking dumb luck there.
Locate
Okay,
an
so-
arrow that's stuck in an object.
Yeah, that's what they're
Alright,
going for,
okay.
which makes more sense, because it says you can't locate a building or vehicle that is composed of many other objects, I guess.
Yeah. So if you were to
Alright.
build it as an assembly on the computer, you can't fucking detect.
He said wagons don't count as objects. Son of a bitch.
Too many objects built into an assembly.
That's weird. I don't know how the spell works, but I like the arrow idea. That's cool.
You can track the wheel of the wagon by that fucking analysis. But anyways, you guys want to track the wagon? That's cool.
We just have to get something on it or in it that I know what it is, like specifically.
The spider tracker.
Okay. Well, the camp is packing up and everything is starting to move out. So
All right. So yeah, you get through this day, and then talk to Gemna in the evening. It's another day of uneventful travel without mushrooms, right? Right?
pretty much, yep. The roads are a lot nicer than they have been as you get closer to Waterdeep.
Gemna was right. The weather is nice.
Exactly. And so we'll put ourselves back over here, I guess. As the evening. Disregard this. Oh, mushrooms. How'd they get here?
What?
Oh no.
No.
Oh, no.
No. Get him out of here. Dugan, look out below you.
Da, da, da.
Ah! Tower, look out.
Alright, so
I'm not even on this map. Oh, no, here I am. Repressed. Hiding. Okay. We should probably go somewhere discreet and wait for Gemna.
did I put her on this map? I feel like I did. There she is.
Don't spit it out.
Alright, so you guys are not straight up hanging out with each other, but hanging out near each other. as
Yeah, we're
Gemma
normally.
comes.
I'm gonna try not to look like a crew.
Alright, so you guys are all speaking just off a distance from the rest of the caravan.
Yep.
As they're all like getting ready to go to bed and whatnot. And so yeah, Gemna comes to you guys and she begins by introducing herself to those that she hasn't. Like
It's everybody
off,
but Dugan.
And then after like the cheery introduction of I'm Gemna, Gleamsilver, kind of like gets a serious demeanor, and she's like, "All right, so we don't work for the same people, but we're all on the same side. We share a belief that the cult of the dragon must be stopped. I need to know what they're carrying in those wagons, and where
Whoa.
they're taking them. Will you help me find out? We can do it tonight."
Whoa, what? What gave you that impression?
She's like I said, we all work for this. We don't work for the same people, but I know what's going on here. I know they're traveling somewhere with that large, or with something that they've got. Sorry, my voice is cracking as I'm like trying to do this.
No, I mean, like, why do you think we have anything to do with it?
Jeez, like, cause we work for, or, cause I know who you work for.
How? Like weird. Yeah,
Uh,
how? How do you know who we work for?
That's not important. What's important here is the cultists.
If it's obvious that that what we're doing here, then that makes me worry.
I never said it was obvious. I just said I know. Like I said, we have the same goals here. I know that they're cultists, and I know they're traveling somewhere with that they've gathered there. I need to know what's in it, and I need to know where they're going. We can stop them.
Oh God, are you from the other cult of the dragon?
Hmm? What'd you
Are
say?
you from the other cult of the dragon?
The other cult of the dragon? No, I don't work for them.
Who do you
Okay,
work for?
good. Good enough for me.
Who I work for is not important.
It is important if you want us to trust you.
I can't tell you that. Just like you don't have to talk about who you work for.
You
I
seem
know
to
that we're
already know
aligned.
everything about us.
If I knew everything, then I wouldn't be here talking to you asking for your help.
Hmm.
I intend to break in there tonight. Will you help me?
We've been trying to not spark something like this specifically.
She cocks an eyebrow. Why?
So we're trying
Don't
to
you
see where they're
want to know?
going. We're not trying to. If this goes badly, we've failed our mission. We've wasted
Well, I don't intend to get caught.
Well, nobody intends to fail.
Hmm.
But everybody has a 1 on their die, as it were.
Hmm. So what do you know about them then, as it stands? Do you know what's in those crates? She like looks back and cocks an eyebrow.
We
and
think
then turns
it's
back to you.
just gold and treasure, but we're trying to
Hmm.
follow it. If we spark a confrontation, then everybody in this camp is going to be in danger, and then we're going to lose the trail.
That makes sense. I suppose you're right. We should be subtle.
Miss
Fair enough.
Chimna, is there any way you can sneak something onto their caravan?
I could potentially do that.
Well, we have this lovely arrow here by the name of Steve. If you can get this
Shake
on,
my head. Love it.
we may be able to track them at a distance.
I might be able to handle that. She looks back and she's like, yeah, I could definitely sneak in and get that on there.
Okay, I'm gonna give her a blessing of the trickster so that she has advantage on any stealth checks along with guidance, and hand her Steve.
Oh god, this is happening.
She nods to you. And so you guys should also know about their wizard.
Oh? Yes, would love to.
They have a wizard.
I don't know if you guys have figured it out yet, but that person who joined them in Dragonford, who's riding on their cart,
No.
he's a red wizard of Thay.
Oh god, I just fucking turned pale.
You know them. He
I've
goes by the name of Asbara Joes. Asbar.
Well,
What is a red
Yes.
wizard doing here? This
he
is
said
oh
he's a
god.
red wizard.
Lydia, are you
That's good.
sleeping?
No.
His blood will be red when we spill it. All in due time, though. Now we just have to.
What is a red wizard doing with the cult of the dragon? This is not
believe-
good.
I believe they're all working together to the same ends. That's part of the reason why I'm here. Trust me when I say we're on the same side.
What do you think this wizard is doing with them?
I'm not 100%, but I know that when the red wizards are involved, it can't be good.
No, absolutely not.
We shouldn't be seen talking to each other for too much longer. I'm gonna have to make my way towards them. I'll speak to you all soon. And with that, she kind of
So-
like curtsy nods to you.
Shit.
Unless you guys want to follow up with more
Yeah.
catch
Your
up with-
original plan, you wanted to stop them here? Why?
Her original plan was to break in and find out what they're carrying.
Oh, just information.
Yeah, sorry.
And you think you can do that under the guise of a red wizard?
I mean, they have multiple dragons. He can't be guarding them all. And he's not on alert. It looks like he's more in stealth.
Well, I wouldn't underestimate him, that's for sure.
Of course. I never do. With that, she smiles at you warmly and then nods her head, looks back at the rest of you. I'll speak to you all of you soon. And like turns and
All
walks
right.
off.
I am, that was sobering.
I'm gonna wait a little bit, and then I'm gonna cast Locate Object to see if it works.
Alright, so I don't know much about locate objects. I'll look that up quick.
Yeah, I
You
don't
guys
know if,
can do whatever for the evening.
I don't know if you guys know much about red wizards.
No, yes,
They are, they're from Thay. Far to the east. Far to the east. To have one seen out here is pretty strange, but they're widely known as, I want to say, the strongest wizards in Faerun. Generally, their order is most advanced. Their nation is run by wizards. And that my mentor spent most of his life fighting against them. And this is...
Are we surprised?
I'm surprised
Why?
that there's a red wizard here, yeah, because they have nothing to do with the Cult of the Dragon. They're just like,
Or do they?
well, apparently they do. That's what's terrifying to me. They got a lot more cannons than I thought they did.
Yeah, the current
Like, let's say if
Situation.
I don't think I could fight that wizard. As a wizard, I don't think I could fight that wizard.
As a
yet.
girl with a crossbow, I think I can fight that with.
Yeah, I don't see any armor on him.
Do you see any armor on me?
No,
Yet I somehow have more than you do.
can imagine. You don't know how much armor I have.
Oh,
What
I
are you
do.
talking
Do not underestimate this man. That's all I have to say about that.
Everything dies. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Well, I would.
Through teamwork. Yeah.
That's the
So the
spirit.
current political state of that area is, I believe, recently, what's his face? That ultimate lich dude.
Sastam. I'm
Sastam,
very learned on the matter.
He just went into lichdom and like started fighting the other houses, and so like he's exiled. Like a lot of like Theon right now is like in upheaval.
So I guess I can
But-
relay this to them. I would know about the position
Yeah,
of
that's
Thay.
what I figured.
So Thay's currently in civil war.
Yeah, between like I can't remember what the hell they're called, but the leaders of like the
Yeah, it was
magic
the
houses versus Saftam.
it was the oh, I know what they're called, but
But yeah, anyways,
yeah, well,
land of
yeah,
Thay is in upheaval
at
and
best,
war right
there,
now.
yeah, there's a civil war in Thay of the Wizards of Necromancy versus all other wizards, and it's not looking good. Let's just say that. We could have a nation of necromancers out there soon. That's
That's a
probably
problem for another day.
well. That makes sense because this is all lich dragons and whatnot. That is the goal of the Cult of the Dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's all coming full circle.
that guy is a necromancer. He is absolutely a necromancer.
So,
Probably way stronger than the one we fought on the road when we met you, Shinon.
All right,
okay.
so camp night wraps up. You guys go back to your respective merchants.
Well, when is Gemna doing her thing?
She's doing it now.
Okay. So no commotion happens?
Nope.
Well, that's good. I don't sleep very good, but that's good at least.
Did my locate object work?
It did.
Excellent.
So it's still in the camp area.
Zulkirs. That's what they're called. The Zulkirs.
Yeah, the Zulkirs.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was a really awesome book series. Anyways, yeah, the night progresses. I've done my rolling, and so you guys can do what you want. Go back to your merchants, and then back to the next day.
What did I have prepared here? Yeah. Definitely a lot of good stuff.
I'm going
Taking
to
off the
inform.
tech thoughts.
I'm going to inform the crew that the locate object plan worked flawlessly.
Is over the course of the next traveling day, could I roll insight on just watching that wizard?
Yep.
Sweet. Just to kind of like see what his role in there are they subservient to him? Is he just hanging out? Like, how's their interactions?
He seems to be garnering a lot of respect amongst the cultists who are known as Rowdy. He's riding on the wagon with at like almost all times in like a spot where it's like reserved for either the captain or whomever is important to that wagon.
Mm. So he is at least the level of the Commander Craven. Although I can't imagine him reporting to Commander Craven. That's dude's a lackey.
But yeah,
Okay.
he seems to be garnering a decent amount of respect from the cultists around him. And yeah.
All right, let's not get caught, boys. Boys and girls.
Yay!
Let's just scope
All right.
this out and
Calix, would you like to use your locate object to make sure that this worked and that you managed to hide Steve?
I've already used it. It did work.
Okay, sorry, I must have missed that then. Good, just making sure.
So there's no protection from scrying or divination magic or anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
I'm not well versed in scrying. I wouldn't know. Maybe someday.
All right. So as the caravan progresses, you guys are just a day out from Daggerford.
Waterdeep?
And-
Waterdeep?
Waterdeep, that's the one. So Gemna came back to you guys throughout the day and reported that her mission went well and that she was able to get the arrow onto the cult wagon. She's cagey about the details, doesn't really let you guys know how she did it.
Almost.
And yeah.
Did you see what you wanted to see while you were on that wagon?
Of course.
What did you see?
What I expected. What you said, basically.
It was just gold.
Okay.
So nothing special.
To finish up soon.
It's okay, me too.
And
Sorry,
so,
guys.
Well, at least there's no mask on that wagon. You only looked at one wagon, right?
I mean, yeah, I was only able to really peer into the one
Fair.
before the people came back. What mask? What are you talking about?
Do you not know?
I mean, I don't know the extent of it, but no.
Well, we've gone over this with our respective groups already. I don't know who you report to, what you're privy to, but their ultimate goal is gathering these dragon masks and
I
assembling
mean, I thought
them
their goal was to summon Tiamat.
with the masks.
Oh, okay. So you're like nodding her head in recognition. That makes sense. They were important, but we didn't know why.
So I guess
I mean, they're powerful.
your people have not talked to our people about that.
Would seem not. That's why we have to work together and ensure that they don't get their goals.
Would love to know who I'm working with.
You'll have to just trust me for now.
For now. So, well, you've
She
been
smiles.
great so far.
As have you. Greatly appreciate your help here.
Goddamn
So, like-
red wizards, though.
We have to be careful. And so, like, she kind of leaves you at that and, like, goes off and lets everybody else know a similar interaction.
Okay.
And so, like, the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with, as you guys are on your last day of travel on the morning when you wake up, there's yelling and commotion
What?
coming from the cultist camp.
Shit, fuck.
You can see them all kind of, like, crowding around the back area here behind the wagon.
Yelling and commotion. What did you do, Gemna?
Sorry guys, I do have to go though.
Alright, just give me, like, 2 more minutes just to set this up so I can end it. So, like, anybody want to investigate?
Yeah. Yeah, gonna try to see what the fuck's going on immediately.
So, as you approach, you hear the captain come, like, we'll say this guy is the captain for now. I'll find his token later. He comes, like, around the corner yelling, "Murder! We've had a murder here!
Another!
One of my men has been slain in the night!"
What? Who was slain?
Kind of, like, looks and glares at you, and he's like, You and your compatriots had issues with him.
With who? Compatriots? You mean the rest of the guards? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Speak sense, man.
Huh. He's just, like, flustered. He's like, "Yeah, you and the other commanders, or the commander of the guards there, had issue with one of my men, and now he's murdered." You just see him, like, flustered and raged and, like, tired. So this guy's murdered.
The orange guy?
Yeah. If you get close, you recognize him as one of the guards from the altercation.
Oh, was that a Volus squeeze?
We'll say it's not specifically a Volus squeeze, but it is
What?
one of the ones who came quickly.
He came way too
First
quickly
guy who showed up.
to be a Volus squeeze.
We'll say it's like the third or fourth guy who showed up in that altercation.
Shit.
He dead?
He dead.
He dead.
Somebody's dead.
I did not do it.
I was
That's where we're
dead.
gonna end
How'd
the
you die?
evening.
Okay.
Fucking Gemna.
Murder most foul.
Oh no.
You
Well-
told her all the secrets, Troy,
I did.
about the masks.
I did.
What have you done?
But yeah, good set tonight, guys. Got the wrong call. Hold on,
Fuck!
Oh, we lose somebody already? Oh yeah, we lost David. He waited 2 minutes for me, so he gave it to me.
Yeah. There it is.
Alright, well,
Yeah.
Jen, I am gonna go to bed.
Alright.
Peace out.
Have a good
Apparently
night.
my dogs are snoring, so.
Poor bastards. Yeah.
When Kirk's like, I hear snoring, I shoved her. She woke up. She's like, huh? What?
Let us know how your mom sounds when she snores. And it was like, did Lydia fall asleep?
It's good to know my dog sounds like my mom.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm.
Just
I
the
hope you guys
snore.
had. Hope you guys had fun tonight.
Absolutely.
I've been
Good
a lot of fighting
session,
lately,
man.
which isn't really my style. So, but
Oh, it's
yeah.
been good.
Alright,
Been
have a good night,
fucking
guys.
Good.
Peace out, later.
Later, dudes.
Let it Rip, hang 10.
See you again.
Hey, Troy.
Yeah?
Plans for the weekend.